Whoa. Aw, come on. Just one more video. Social media, the solution to kill boredom, all the way to the basis of running a country. Too good to be true, as some might say. But have you ever wondered when it all started? It's the 2000s, and we go back to one of the most populated cities in the world, New York City. Andrew Weinrich just finished his revolutionary invention, social media. He made a website named 6 Degrees, which was the first ever real social networking site. Thousands of people go on social media every day, and more people than ever are buying newly invented smartphones. Social media has had a significant impact on the world since the 2000s. It connects thousands of people every day and is great for a democracy. However, as Akirak Brost once said, what works for one may not work for another. While social media is essential for some, it is also deadly for others. Most of today's youth has not yet noticed the dark side of social media. It was a silent killer, slowly taking away hours of sleep, shortening attention spans, and lowering self-esteem and body image. A study conducted in 2016 revealed that teenagers who use social media more frequently, 5 hours or more per day, are 70% more likely than average users to fall asleep late. This leads to something called daytime drowsiness, and people tend to fall asleep during school time or while working. Over the years, more and more people have been educated about how social media affects minors. This led to an increase of lawsuits against social media companies. No matter how many rules put in place to limit social media for minors, social media companies still find loopholes. But why? Why do social media companies want underage or growing minds on their platforms? Social media companies worry that this might decrease their revenue. The far right are also major stock investors in social media and are against limiting social media because they argue that limiting social media also limits the voice and opinion shared by minors. Many people who invested in social media whose net worth consists mainly of stocks from social media are against limiting it. This is because of the greed that has built up inside of them. But many people are fighting back. Just recently, senators introduced a new bill that limits the use of social media on children. Frances Haugen, who is a former Facebook employee, had the courage to testify against Facebook. She claimed that she has secret documents proving that the company put their astronomical profits before their users. But social media has evolved many times and increased the rate of its dependency by double in many cases, such as the introduction of Facebook, which started as a college experiment, is now a huge platform for many users. Obama's strategy used social media as his weapon by meeting the voters in platforms such as YouTube, Facebook, and internet blogs, using a grassroots-style campaign. This election gave rise to the political social media user. A poll uncovered that 74% of the internet's users went online during the election to find out the latest news and information. A very recent movement that greatly increased the dependency of social media is the Black Lives Matter movement, more commonly known as BLM. This movement is what many people know as a huge human rights movement across the globe. First started on Facebook. Footage of George Floyd's murder was captured by a bystander and went viral on Facebook. This was one of the greatest pieces of evidence used in the court case against the police officer who murdered George Floyd. Many social media companies already stopped allowing users under 13 on their site. This is because of the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, COPPA. The only problem is that it is not enforced by the government. Digital well-being features on platforms such as TikTok help many users overcome their addiction. Of course, TikTok was not happy about this. They did it mostly because of the increasing awareness of TikTok's addictive nature. TikTok has now updated their software so that users under 18 will have a screen time limit of 60 minutes. If the user exceeds the time limit, then a passcode will be needed to continue. This procedure encourages to decide whether or not to increase their time limit. Users under 13 will need a parent or caretaker's passcode, which allows them to increase their time by 30 minutes. Utah recently passed a law that is set to limit minors' social media use and require parental permission for kids to use platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Utah Governor Spencer Cox signed bills that prevent minors from using social media from 10:30 p.m. to 6:30 a.m. But although all of these changes in today's lifestyle have decreased the effect of social media on children, they are yet to completely deplete the effect. When researched, it is obvious that the US has much to learn from countries like India. Recently, India banned TikTok after receiving a shocking 150 million visits monthly. But that's not it. A shocking 25% of those users are reported being addicted to the platform. One woman in India even committed suicide in a TikTok video after being scolded by her concerned husband for being addicted to TikTok. Many people worldwide have suffered losses from social media. But what could happen to you? Social media can invoke feelings of FOMO, the fear of missing out. This is one of the main contributors to addiction. Addiction to social media can lead to major sleep loss and an everlasting effect on your circadian rhythm. Social media can lead to huge problems in one's body image and self-esteem. Young underage users aspire to be like the models on social media, leading to artificial procedures like Botox and plastic surgery later on in the user's life. Phone companies are implementing new features that limit screen time and dangerous threats to young users. But in the end, it all depends on you.
Find a ways to articulate the feeling I'm going through. I just can't say I don't love you.